This is Beth. I will be guiding you in this foundation posture, and today's posture is how to get into a headstand safely and efficiently. Yeah. Without further ado, let's come into tabletop. So a lot of the things that go into headstand is a full body experience. There is the forearm, shoulder width apart, you have to measure, and then interlacing the hand. You're going to engage the legs, buttocks, belly, and draw rib cage in. But more importantly, shoulder away from the ear. So this is what it feels like. When you hunch your shoulder towards the ears, you're not able to move around. When you draw them away from the ears, you're able to breathe in and out comfortably. So we usually start in forearm, and then we interlace the hand. What that looks like, once you interlace the hand, make sure the elbow doesn't shift. This is the first mistake I see. But just run your hands across. Make sure your hands are shoulder width apart. Then release the hand. Make a mark, just eyeball that you are literally in a square, right? Then when you interlace the hand, it sort of comes into a bit of a triangle, yeah? Now, it's important to find the crown of the head. There is a reason why we have 5 fingers. I think one of them is to find where the crown of the head is. So when you bring the middle finger and the thumb, that's the longest finger, the thumb, the index finger rather, the middle finger, and you're going to bring the thumb right in the third eye, and the 7th chakra is the crown of the head. For me, it's right here, right? When you check a baby, again, don't go pressing on people's baby, it's usually soft. For an adult, it's hardened, right? When you're born, it's small, it's softer. This is the 7th chakra, yeah? This is the 6th chakra, depending on the school of thought that you learn your chakra system. So you're going to bring your forearm on the mat, interlace the hand, bring that crown of the head on the mat, and right away pull the shoulder away from the ears, like a chainsaw, right? Then you're going to inhale, lift on up, forearm on the mat. So if this is your first time doing a headstand, maybe you back off, yeah? This is basically okay. Because once I do that first variation, I can feel the blood rushing to my head, yeah? So you're mastering this, you're walking the legs in, you feel the legs. It doesn't matter how tight your hamstring is here. So you can often bend the knee. But I find that when you bend the knee, you start to engage the core, you start to straighten the legs. Easy variation, once you've mastered this, you inhale, you bend the right leg, and you slowly bend the left leg. My belly and my thigh is touching. My legs are engaged. I hug my leg in. My hip lifts to stack on top of my shoulder. And then I push into my forearm. I'm arching my back here to exaggerate the pose. And then as I reach my right leg up, I extend my left leg to meet with the right leg. Then I tuck my tailbone under and draw that shoulder away from the ears. If you're wobbly on the legs, the important thing is that the base is active. So you hear often a time, tuck the tailbone under as the cue, rib cage in, belly in, activate the legs, lift on up from the head to the toes. Now, eyes is open, you're focused on a particular point, you're not looking around. And then bend the knee and hug that knee towards the chest. This looks like a chair pose, but a reverse chair. Notice each time wherever I am in, I'm drawing my shoulder away from the ears and breathing in and out like normal. As you exhale, lower quietly and take child's pose. Now, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So in the inversion, you don't want to rush the pose. So I've shown the basic one. We recap. You come here, you're just feeling. Some people get dizzy by doing the headstand, but if you do it mindfully, then you don't get dizzy, yeah? Unless you have other medical issues, something different, yeah? But if you have a high blood pressure, of course, you cannot do headstand, Yeah, because what is happening, we're changing the nomenclature of the body. We usually walk, yeah, or we lay down. We're not inverted most of the day. This is just a good way. There is the benefit, I'll list them below for headstand, yeah. Now, the little bit more advanced is that we bring the head on the mat, and again, same thing. Then inhale, lift on up. We're in a dolphin variation, again, dolphin pose. Everything adds up here. As I push my forearm on the mat, notice when I shrug my shoulder, you barely could hear me. When I pull them away, you can hear my voice, and my shoulder lengthens away from my ears. So inhale, you're going to think as if you have a block in between your thigh, and then pull in. Yeah? My legs are straight, my belly's in, my rib cage is in, and then inhale as I lift on up. If you watch what happened to my shoulder, I broaden across my chest. My legs are active, my belly's in, and then shrug the shoulder away from the ears, push the forearm on the mat, lengthen the spine, and tuck the tailbone under. Everything is engaged. Again, this is reverse mountain pose in our Surya Namaskar A. So eventually, you come back down the same way you went in, halfway, core is engaged, and then bring the legs down. Always taking a child's pose just to restore. You can always put a block on the forehead and relax. Again, very restorative for some time. Second variation is often a time people say, oh, how did you get into that pose? Is doing a split while you're in the headstand, or doing it without the hand. Okay, same thing. I will face the wall in this manner. I will show, again, we're mastering the forearm, interlace the hand, then inhale, walk the legs in, then inhale, lift on up, try to maintain that straight line. Open, feel comfortable here, shoulder away from the ears, eyes open. Then when you have it, it's like opening a banana. Open the hip, point the toes out. Now, it's hard to see where is the balance, but as you find the shoulder, like a pendulum, point the toes, lengthen and lift the inner thigh, and breathe. Everything as often as you can, you practice this pose and point toes, energize the feet, lock out the knee, and pull the shoulder in. Stay here for some time. The way you go in is the way you come back. You land the same spot. So inhale, reach on up, squeeze, as if there's a banana. You want to close that banana you've opened, bad analogy, and energize the foot. A little smile goes a long way. You can tick the legs out again. It's all play, yeah? And then hug the leg in, legs up, headstand. Bend the knee, maybe, if it's a good day. Or you can straighten the legs and come down quietly and take child's pose. Restore. Now, there is many variations you will see. The key thing is mastering the practice of yoga. That eventually, in a practice, in a power practice, like especially if you've come to my class, what that will look like is that you will come from Surya Namaskar A, because it's a very flowing practice. We're not spending time teaching headstand. We're going boom, 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 because we're focused on the movement and the breath. So you will look like this. You start in mountain, breathe in, step the right leg back, high lunge, exhale, hands down, inhale, look forward, exhale, straighten the left leg, bend the knee, left leg back, plank, yogi push up, inhale, up dog, find your breath, exhale, downward facing dog, right leg in between the hand, inhale, rise up, high lunge, exhale, hands down, right leg back, downward dog. If you have it, find your headstand, breathe in. Again, you go where you're comfortable, walk the legs in. Maybe you stay here. Option 1. Option 2, maybe you come up here, lift the legs up. Option 3, maybe you come with a straight leg, shoulder away, so you can continue to move. Option 1, maybe you come all the way and left leg mixed with the right leg. You decide. So many options. Of course, you can always open the legs, take Sutta Baddha Konasana. You can hug the knee in, just take with knee bent. You can cross the leg, eagle legs. You can switch. You can just right leg up, left leg down. You can take 3, shoulders down the whole time. And then take the proper restorative pose. Child's pose. You can bring the thumb and push the hips down and breathe normally. All right, that's it in a short, quick tutorial on the foundation of yoga. Allow yourself to practice. Have fun with it. Now, if you're afraid of falling, that's a whole different class. You use a wall. But once you can let go of the fear, then you can practice easily. Put a pillow, a bolster in front of you. That way when you roll, you find comfort in the pillow. Now, it was my pleasure to show you how to do this headstand. If you like the content, give me a like, subscribe, and leave any other foundation postures you would like to see in this series. My name is Beth. Thank you for joining me in this practice. Namaste. Thank you, guys.